I'm the one in control, the one that brings the heat, the one with the flow, the one that's divine. I'm the one in control, the one with the crown, who never back down, the one busting rhymes. I'm the one in control, the one that brings the heat, the one with the flow, the one that's divine. I'm the one in control, the one that brings the heat, the one with the flow, the untouchable. I'm the one in control, the one with the crown, who never back down, the one busting rhymes. I'm the one in control, the one with the flow. I'm the one in control, the one with the crown, who never back down, the one busting rhymes. I'm the one in control, the one with the flow. The one with the crown, who never back down, the one busting rhymes. I'm the one in control, who never back down.
Hello, hello, lovely sim racers. I'm Constantinos, and this is Lovely Sim Racing, and I am relieved. I need to take this a bit further away. I am actually relieved. This version, the version of the lovely dashboard that was released moments ago. Actually, I released the plugin way earlier in the day, but never sent any notifications. But I did that for a different reason. I was testing something. But everything else has been released just moments ago. I am so relieved I actually got this version out. So I'll walk through all the changes and everything that has happened in this release. But I also have a few more things I want to talk about. So yeah, get people to join in. Get people to join in. There's actually the last part of the stream, or at least once I get through the going through the release, and there will be an unboxing. I do have a package, and literally this package got here about like 6 p.m., so maybe like 4 hours ago. So I have not even opened it yet. This is the brand new SimDash S20 6.8 inch in blue that Jamie sent me over. So I'll be unboxing it live as well. And at the end, we'll I'm just gonna share a huge milestone. I know Daniel already mentioned it in the chat. It's for me, it's huge, the milestone, and I just want to share. I have some ideas to celebrate it, and stick around. So let's see what the chat's going on. Get rid of that. I can't see the chat. Oh, there it is, the chat. Daniel, I know you saw it, and you are right about the milestone. You are absolutely right. We hit it and we passed it, and it is huge. It is huge. Kieran, yes, as I mentioned, Jamie has sent me. I just got it just a few hours ago, so I will be unboxing it, and I will it'll be my genuine first impression. I even have a blade with me because I haven't opened the box at all. I didn't have any time. I actually also have one more of Jamie's dashboards. Wait, it's right, that box over there. That is the Cosworth 5-inch. No, wait. That is the Bosch 5-inch. That one over there in blue. So it's like the big one that I have in front of me, but in a bit smaller. And I haven't even I opened that, but I haven't actually unboxed it properly. So I may do that at some point. I don't know. Travis, hello. Matt Everell, hey, how you doing, man? Benshi, hello, nice to see you, man. Peaky, how you doing, man? Daniel, it is insane. It is, yes, absolutely insane. I don't know, like, if you've been on, like, I don't stream lately, right? Maybe once a month, twice. I don't even know, like, when the last stream was. I don't have time to do the streams the way I want them to. So streams are kind of like ad hoc. Today I released, and if I didn't release the time I did, I probably would not be streaming now, but I really wanted to. I wanted to stream yesterday, but I was just too busy. A lot of stories when we go through the walkthrough of the updates that I have. I'll also share some amazing stories that happened late last night, which will it just come to prove like how amazing this community is in general. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, I don't have enough time to stream. So when I do stream, it'll be about a lot of stuff and almost no racing. Like, I don't have time to race. So yeah. All right. I got distracted. Anyway. So let's just wait a bit more. How you guys doing? Please tell me that everyone is fine and you guys are thriving. Please tell me that. Make my day. Complete my insane path to this release. Just tell me you guys are good. Hey, Milas. I had so many, like, post expo, there have been so many calls, so many discussions on developing not just the Love Your Dashboard, but in general, developing the community, doing stuff with everyone of you. And it's been insane. Nothing has been set in stone yet, so I can't share anything. But I believe I'll start sharing a lot of information slowly, like things that are going to happen, things that you have been asking for, and things that I'm trying to help, expedite. It's gonna be an insane. It's gonna be an insane next year. I'm pretty sure. And I was about to say, if you guys watch any of my streams, you probably saw that one of my goals was to get to that 2,000 member milestone by the end of the year. That was my projection. 2,000 by the end of the year. That was my genuine projection. Just looking at the numbers and looking how things are going. And this is right before I released the plugin, or on the stream that I released the plugin. That's what I said. That is my goal. And yeah, we reached it. We reached it a couple of days ago. And I wanted to do a stream about it and talk about it, but I didn't have time. So we're doing it today. And we're doing it 2 months before my actual projection, which only makes me believe that this was the right decision, working on the dashboard full time, going all in, doing the changes, working with people more harder and more, and putting, like, I'm working more now than I was when I was working both full-time on my normal job and part-time on the dashboard. I'm working both of those the same amount of time on the dashboard alone, and it shows in the releases, like the things that are coming and the things in this release as well. So that's my promise to you. Now my next prediction is, 2500. I don't know when. I'm not going to even say that now. I have to sit down and take a look at it. Hard Deck Productions. Nice to see that everything was great there, Kieran. Yes, everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. We're still in t-shirts here, man. Honestly, it's just summertime. I put some heating oil in the house. It's just for the hot water. There is no need for any heating. I don't know where you guys are located at. I'm seeing, like, all over the world, cold, rain, and it's in Greece and at least the south of Europe. I think it's either going to be like really bumpy weather. We saw the tragic shit going on in Spain, and then we're in Athens, Greece, where we don't have water. Like, it hasn't rained for, I don't even know how long it hasn't rained. Everything's, we're going to turn into a desert soon, and it's so hot outside. So I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, honestly, it's a mess. It is a mess. Ricardo Delgado, hi from Puerto Rico. I've been recommending everyone your dash over our community. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you. It's all I'm asking. It is, honestly, get the word out. Get this thing to as many people as possible. I promise you, amazing things are coming. I've said that many times, and every single time I think I've delivered. Either it's being a product or something that's happening with the lovely dashboard. And even like after the expo, there's even more stuff. I just can't talk about them because there's nothing finalized yet. But there are a lot of things that have been being discussed and are coming, is for sure. Kevin, nice to see you, man. Yes, thank you, Travis. You've been here quite a long time, and you know the process. You know it. Oh shit, Kieran, in a UK t-shirt too? Wow. That's not right, is it? R83 TV. Could it be an idea to have members choose which dashboards they want and download them in bundles, like member custom bundles? First world problems, I know. R83 TV. You know what? There's something better coming. There is no proof of concept yet, but there is something better coming for how to manage all of these things. So keep that thought. There is something. It's not exactly that. There's something else. There's something else. It's going to be. I will say. I mean, if I manage to do this, then it's the holy grail of managing the entire ecosystem. So just be patient. Be patient. Christian, yes, another update. It's 2 weeks since the last one. The last update was on the Thursday. I flew on Thursday, so it was on the Wednesday before the expo. The last update. So this is about 2 weeks later, and the updates are massive. I mean, it's not 2 weeks of work. This is way more. I don't even know how I did this in 2 weeks. All the changes that have been done. Oh, Kieran, so wait, it's not hot there, but you wear t-shirts? Okay, you're kind of like me. Like, if you go to my closet, there's like an entire shelf with t-shirts and maybe 2 sweatshirts. That's it. That's all. I dress like an onion. When it's cold, I just put like, 1 t-shirt, maybe some sweatshirt and a jacket on top. So I basically layer everything because, I don't get cold really easy. But if it is cold outside, you need to wear layers. So if you go into a place that's kind of like relatively warm, you can take 1 layer off or 2nd layer and just stay with a t-shirt if it's too hot. So it's my preferred way of dressing. Layers. I'm like an onion. I got asked if eventually the pit wall will be able to see data for the team when other drivers in a car like a crew chief. Ricardo, stay tuned. Ricardo, stay tuned. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Stay tuned. That's all I can say. 28C today. Okay, so we've got summertime in November all over the world. Wow. Oh God. Argentina, Federico, welcome. Dr. Brooks, it's crazy to think something like a dashboard coming in. It's your daily routine. It's crazy for me that I'm actually working on this full time now. So, you know, if it's crazy for you, it's 100 times more crazy for me, and I'm actually enjoying it maybe 100 times more. I don't know. I don't know who's enjoying it more. Me, like creating this and talking to you and all this stuff, or you guys using it. I don't know who's happier at this point. I don't know. I mean, I'm just ecstatic. Bart Van Gans, using the plugin, it is great and easy to use. Now find time to race. I don't have time to race. I want to. I'm thinking of forcing myself to do races live on stream, because I don't think I'll be able to do any races on my own in private. I haven't done that in a while, so I want to do some races. I don't know if it's content that you guys want to see. I'm not good at driving. I just want to get back into racing. So I mean, this rig is my work horse right now, so and it's kind of ridiculous having a rig and not driving, you know. Dr. Brooks says the track components MFM is so good. You're gonna like the new updates. Track components hasn't changed. It hasn't changed, but there are new things. So, what do you guys think? Should I start going into the updates that we have for the lovely ecosystem? What do you guys think? Hyperdrives says, I keep forgetting I need to install the lovely plugin. Gonna do that now. So Hyperdrives, we'll start with that one. That one updating, like I literally, if you go to member support in the Discord right now, someone, Gianpaolo, literally 9:48, it's like a few minutes ago, posted an error while updating the plugin. And that is the most common error. So like the most common error is you download the file and you drag it over to SimHub. SimHub isn't closed. You need to close it. You have to paste it, and then you realize it's not overwriting. It just pasted it and it added and appended a number 1 next to it. And then you didn't see that, and you start SimHub and SimHub crashes, or it doesn't work. The plugin gives you an error. It's a mess, right? It is a mess. So from this version and forward, going forward from this, so we're at version 1.2.0.0 of the plugin. Whenever and whatever the next version of the plugin is, the process of updating it is just a single click. So I can show you. If you have patience, like I can show you exactly what it will be like. But let me switch over to the coding environment. So what to expect?
Subscription from JJ.
Thank you, JJ. So in the next version of the plugin, well, then you download this version 1.2, and the next update, you will see, as you do now, a little link up here that says there's a new version update now. The only difference is now, like today, whoever downloads it and updates it, you click on it and it takes you to the website or wherever it takes you. I don't remember where the link is. I think it's the website. It takes you there, and you have to download the file and do the entire process of updating it with dragging, copying, and pasting and all that. From this version going forward, the link, you click on it, it'll give you a little warning telling you that the plugin will be updated and SimHub will be restarted. You click OK, and it downloads, it installs, shuts down SimHub, and restarts SimHub, and you will have the plugin updated. That's it. Single click, and you're done. If you don't want to restart it at that point, you can just hit cancel and do it some other time. But it will be that simple. And that's already now in the download you have for the new lovely plugin. That's installed. And here's the funny story. And this is why I love this community. In the beginning of the stream, I told you guys I have a little anecdotal story. It happened last night. And in fact, I'm going to do right after the story, I'm going to do one thing. And I want you guys to do the same thing as me or whatever. Last night, we had, so Derek Moeller, who's helping me create the plugin, he's consulting me, and he's cleaning up code, and he's just always there. He's like omnipresent. He's like, Derek Moeller is like a presence in my repository on GitHub, where we do things, and he just goes in at night when we're sleeping and, you know, fixes everything and tidies everything up and makes everything perfect. And the next morning I just find a new pull request or a new commit that says fix this, and he does that. So Derek also introduced, he basically just took a branch from the plugin and said, you know what, I made an auto updater, you know? So the auto updater, basically what it does, it's just a sequence of events where you click on a link, it finds, it knows if there's a new version, it goes back to GitHub, it downloads the latest version, it replaces the files in SimHub and then restarts SimHub and does that. So Derek actually did that. But what happened is, when Derek did this, there's a function, there's a method inside this function that needs to close down SimHub. And the first time I ran it, it worked, right? I'm like, oh shit, this is great. We couldn't restart SimHub, we shut down SimHub. And I'm like, okay, so we'll just shut down SimHub and the user will just have to hit it again and open it and it'll be updated. And it's fine. Second time I ran it, it didn't. It would crash. Third time, it would crash. Fourth, and like, it just kept on crashing after that. It didn't actually shut down SimHub, and it couldn't. So this happened for like 2 or 3 days. I was trying to figure it out. I couldn't figure out why. I was doing it. Everything was right. You know, it didn't seem to be anything wrong with what I was doing, but the errors were like, you can't do this, or that's crashing, whatever. Late last night, I shoot a message to Nicolas from SimHub. And I'm like, dude, I should have contacted you earlier. But I didn't because I'm, you know, stubborn. I wanted to do it myself because, you know, I don't want to annoy him because I annoy him a lot. And I tell him the whole thing. Like, I'm trying to shut it down and restart it, and it's not getting, it's giving this message and all that. And he just comes back and says, well, you actually cannot. It's a matter of luck if you shut down, because if it's using multiple threads, then it'll shut down one thread, but the other threads will remain open, so it'll crash and all that. And I'm like, damn it, then we can't use it. It won't be. It's not a consistent solution. We can't use it. I'm not even exaggerating when I say it wasn't 10 minutes later. It was not 10 minutes later. Nicolas sends me a DM on Discord saying, I added a new method that shuts down SimHub for you. And it takes care of everything for you. I'm like, fuck, that's insane. Like 10 minutes later, he added it. And I'm like, oh, great. Now I can restart it as well then. You know, I just shut it down and the user just has to restart it. And he's like, hold on. This is literally the chat we had in Discord. He's like, hold on. I don't know, maybe 5 minutes later, he's like, this is the method, and you can also have an option for Boolean to restart SimHub if you want to. That was it. And I used it. I implemented the method in the plugin. We put it in there. We couldn't use it because we didn't have the latest version of SimHub, so we couldn't use it. But this morning, Nicolas sent me a pre-release. Basically told me, like, this is the one that's going to be released today at some point. Try it out. And lo and behold, downloaded it, tried it out, and it worked perfectly. So this, I think, is the power of the community, but it's also the power of the people within the community. People like Nicolas. I messaged him. You know, I just said, like, I want to do this, but I can't. What's wrong? And he literally updated SimHub with that. I was really lucky because the update was going to come yesterday for SimHub, from what I understood, but he had an issue and he couldn't release it yesterday, and he released it today. So actually, it was perfect timing. So if you guys go into the latest version of SimHub, you'll see there is a new feature that says there's a new method for, you know, killing the SimHub application and restarting it as well. So that was something I honestly, what happened to the music? Hold on a second. I need music. Yeah, good. And that's honestly something that I believe that this community, sim racing in general, okay, but this community also has the power to do. And I really appreciate people that are committed like that. And Nicolas sent me the pre-release. I tested it. It worked. And sometime later in that day, he did release the final version. And that's why I could also release the plugin. And that's why I released it a bit earlier. So I just released it so I can have it there and test it. So if you do get the new plugin, make sure that you have the latest version of SimHub. It's not going to be a problem for you right now. But if you did try to update the plugin without the latest version of SimHub, it would crash for you. But that's kind of impossible to happen because if you download the dashboards won't run without the latest version of SimHub. So it's kind of like one thing is balancing it out. So you will need the latest version of SimHub 9.5.1 and obviously the plugin. And when you get all the dashboards, they will also let you know that you need the latest version of SimHub. So that kind of, you know, it works like that. So That is one of the most important things that's been added in the plugin. So be gone downloading files and copying and pasting them for the plugin, which was probably the hardest one as well and the most errors. So hopefully this fix will, this feature fix, whatever you want to call it, will solve many of the problems that arouse in support and why this doesn't happen. And no. Oh, there he is. Gianpaolo messaged me and saying, yep, there were 2 files in the SimHub folder and now it works. So it's always the common thing. No more. After this version, you guys will just need to click on a button and it will download it, which is pretty cool. Mike, how you doing? I'm just catching up with the chat. Don't mind me. Sim Racing then, Mike. How you doing, man? Yes, quality of life update. That is it. That is exactly what that was it. Jeff, you didn't miss anything. You just missed me blabbing about some new features, and I will continue with the features of the new dashboards and everything. Hyperdrives, I wish I was that good at coding. I wish I was that good at coding too. I mean, I wish I was at Nicolas' level, but you know, we can do what we can do, and we can learn every single day. So you can only get better at some point, you know. Travis says, my rig has been out of commission since March. I'm starting to go crazy. I want to race. I've missed so many Lovely Dash updates. Travis, I think racing isn't that important. Lovely Dash updates are more important than actually racing. So, yeah, I mean, I feel sorry for you, man. You're not experiencing this stuff. You're not experiencing it. So, Kevin, woohoo. Yeah, it's pretty much it. That's been, like, ever since we got this thing to run, I'm like, woohoo. Always. So Cobra Dashboard, like, is it possible to hide the bottom? No, it's not, Cobra. You cannot hide it, but there are other dashboards you can use. So you can use the companion if you want. That companion is basically bare. Updates to the companion, I will show you those as well, though. So try the companion if you don't want to use the full dashboard. Sometimes you never think of those things, and then bam, the function was there and waiting to happen. It's why. So when I started working on the plugin, someone asked me, okay, so what are you going to do after you added everything you wanted to add? I'm like, it never ends. There's always something, like I'm thinking of things that I want to do and I don't have time to do them. So it's always going to get better. You know, the title of this stream is, could it get any better? Guys and girls, like it can, and it always will. Everything we do, everything can always be better. It's the only thing I really believe in. Oh yeah, so what I wanted to do, where is it? Let me pull it up first. So I honestly, I've done this before on stream. I'm gonna do it again. I really think that what Nicola is doing, he doesn't have subscriptions, right? So you can buy his software for, you know, you can buy it once, and then you don't have to pay again. And he's very adamant, like at the expo when we met up, he was very adamant of not going towards subscription. So, you know, it's good on him. It's what he wants to do, right? So all I can do is just buy more licenses. So I'm going to buy 1 license right now. And if you guys don't have a license for SimHub, please consider. They start at €8. Please go buy a license. And if you already have one, go buy an €8 one. I mean, this dude needs support. He needs to know that we're there, right? So I'm just going. I'm gonna go do this. Hold on, I don't want to show this on stream. Sorry. This is not on stream, of course. It's Windows pins and shit. Hold on a second. I would say please go get a license. You may not need it. I don't need it. Get a text. Where is it? And put this off stream 1. Okay. Just go get it. Just go get a license. Just go. I want him to see a small dent in his PayPal account. And I want him to know that people... Yeah, that's it. he got it. It's just one license. It doesn't matter. I already have a license. I'm not going to use it. Actually, I might put it up in my Discord. I might put it up in Discord. But the point is, we need to support him, and he needs to know that we appreciate what he does. It's not like I've seen people using SimHub and not having a license. It's not about paying and getting a license. It's about supporting the work that he's doing. So please, if you can, go and support him. I want to ask him tomorrow if he saw a small dent. Let's make a small dent there. Let's make a small dent in his revenue stream, because he doesn't do subscriptions. He only has the licenses, one-off licenses. I already have bought like 5, 6. I don't know how many licenses I've bought, and I always share them. So the license that I got today, I will put it on in my Discord. Whoever wants will just DM me, and we'll figure it out. It's fine. I just want to put a small dent in there, and I want him to know that I and you and this community supports him to the fullest, because God knows he's doing so much. He's doing so much for the community and the lovely dashboard. I have to say, a lot of the stuff that exists in the lovely dashboard would not be possible if Nicolas wasn't updating and doing these things for me and for us. So let's put a dent in that. Let's make that small thing today, if you can, obviously. Let's go through the chat a bit, and then I'll go through the next stuff. Sometimes you never think probably asked this. Hector Alvarez probably already asked. Just got here. Any chance live tower attempts in dashboards and in-game dashboards? Nope, Hector. iRacing does not share that information. They do show it in game in some cars, but they don't share it with us. So until iRacing decides to share it, we don't have it. Just so you excel. Unfortunately, was expecting something else. Oh, you were expecting. Oh, what were you expecting, Tiago? For the UXL. It's centered. It's centered. What were you expecting? Yeah, that's it. Michael, you own it and don't even have a PC. Well, page 1 with and page 2 with standings and map was more. Page 1 with. You can't have 4 MFMs. How do you control them? It's technical. It's practical. You only have 2 action buttons to control the MFM. So having 4 MFMs on one screen really didn't make any sense. So technically, it has to be 2 MFMs to control them, and then pages for the rest. So it's kind of like a technical thing. Hey, Jamie, how you doing, man? Oh, you've done support to many with 5K without SimHub license. I know, right? It's kind of sad. Oh, Discord PM, Jeff. Sorry if I was late to that. Okay, Jeff, I will do that, but I can't do it right now. But I will do that. I'll make a post on it. All right. All right. Oh, there's a huge discussion going on. Let them know they can join us. They can ask me live now if they want to. Christian, really. Oh, first of all, Sandro, welcome and hello to Portugal. Christian, so here's the thing. iRacing doesn't have a way, and this is something that, let me move over to this one. So this is something that I tried to do for the online platforms in the plugin. You know, you have SimGrid and you have LFM and Pitskill and Racecraft. I wanted to add iRacing as well. It's a bit different the way it works, but you sign up for a race and you want to see the time there. It's fine. But they don't have, like, iRacing shows. You can, it does show that it's a very old piece of software, and they're constantly, revamping it and updating it, but it's still very old. So I signed up for their API. I went on their forums, developer forums, posted and asked. They don't have a way to share. They might, you probably need to work with them directly. I don't know how other people get information from iRacing, but any attempt that we made to get information was blocked by saying we will be adding OAuth and some other methods of, accessing the information sometime. And these posts were like really old, and when someone replied, they were like, it's going to happen sometime in 24, maybe 25. So I'm trying to work with iRacing to get more information. again, if they don't add tire data to their output, their API and telemetry, we still won't have it. But working with iRacing and including the information for your races and things that you've signed up and your scoring and everything directly in the plugin is something I want to do, and I want to do it right, but it just can't happen. Like right now, as it is, we kind of put everything iRacing aside because any attempt to access that information just led us to a dead end. You know, when I added the SimGrid stuff, it was simple. I chatted with David Perel. He said, you know, this is what we have. This is our API. He gave me a token that I use exclusively inside the plugin so you guys can access your stuff, and we're done. You know, the same chats I had with LFM and Pitskill and Racecraft. Racecraft, basically, they created a URL with all the information specifically for the lovely plugin, the lovely dashboard, but I only use it in the plugin because it had to be secure. So if someone wants to do it, they can do it. It's not hard. But iRacing, it's more of, you know, kind of like a dinosaur in this industry, and it's really hard for them to move fast. I guess. So we put aside everything iRacing right now because we don't have any access. Not a lack of trying. Trust me, we have. But we just couldn't. Will we have an improved fuel calculator for iRacing? It always gets lower values than you need. 3 liters error. So Paradise, I saw you posted this as well. It's kind of interesting. The lovely dashboard uses information that comes from SimHub and makes 0 assumptions. So even in ACC, it will try and calculate how much fuel you will have. And it does not take into account if you change your map or you change if you're pushing or not. It won't add, like if there's an extra lap in the race because the leader had more time to do one more lap, he was fast enough. It doesn't take into account any of that. It takes into account what your fuel can do based on the information it has at that moment. So you as a driver know if you're holding back or you're pushing, and you can see those values. You also can calculate and see if the first driver, the driver in P1, will do an extra lap and you'll need more fuel. So the dashboard makes 0 assumptions on your fuel. It calculates based on the information it has at that moment. So this can be improved. It can be improved, maybe. And maybe there's options in the plugin as well. But it needs to be clear that the actual plugin, the actual dashboard, makes 0 assumptions for your fuel calculations. So if it says you'll finish the race with 0.8 liters in your tank, you will finish with 0.8. It's fairly accurate and is based on the information we get from SimHub and the game itself. But if the driver in P1 manages to fit in, you know, squeeze in an extra lap, then you're screwed because, you know, 0.8 liters is not enough for an extra lap. So it's up to you. You need to know. And this 0.8 at the finish line, which is good enough to finish, but if there's an extra lap, it's not enough. You need to take into account and say, okay, 0.8 is too risky. I'm going to add 3 more liters because 2.6 is 1 lap. So I'll just put 3 liters extra just to be sure. So it needs kind of, it won't tell you what you need to do. It won't describe any strategies or anything. It'll just tell you your car at this moment, the way you're driving will have that at the end of the race. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe if iRacing isn't giving us the precise data, it might be off. Like if iRacing calculates every time it crosses the start-finish line and it doesn't give you live data, I don't remember what it does. It might be off. Yes, it might. But we're just using the data that we have. So again, it might be iRacing data. I'm not blaming iRacing right now. I'm just saying maybe it's how it does it. So I know you have. I think you have also posted a feature request or a bug fix. I will take a look into that and see maybe there's something we can actually do. Maybe there's something we can do with that. It needs to be consistent among all sims. That's the most important thing. I don't want someone in iRacing doing something different from someone in AMS2 or ACC or AC Evo. And it has to be the same thing across the board, or else the experience would break. Like you're going from one game to another, and you have to do something different in the plugin. It's got to be the same. So I'll take a look into that. Oh, so many chat messages. Do you get posted saying? Do you use the post-it notes plugin yourself and do you generally recommend it? I do, Dr. Burks. Yes, I recommend it, not for everything. So I use it for driver gaps, which I think are great, and driver positions. I really like the way they update live. And driver positions, that's the two ones. I use SimHub for estimated lap time and delta. So I don't use post-it notes for everything, but I do think the gaps are much better than whatever else we have. You know, SimHub basically. You know? So it is, and I do recommend it. Yes. Great question, Jose. Does Love Dashboard support LMU? It supports LMU to the point where we have the information. So I will say it fully supports LMU, but it doesn't support things like Energy Store and things that we don't have information for. I know that Energy Store is available in some form, but every time I try to do something with it, it always lacked something. So I'm not saying that we're using it fully, but we're doing the best we can with it. And there's always room to improve. And as of this release today, we're also supporting Race Room Racing Experience, which I've installed on my computer and it works really well. So the problems that we had with Race Room are now solved. So you do have fuel, you have the deltas, you have everything. Everything works now. There are some things that may be a bit peculiar because of the telemetry, but for the most part, the dashboard now natively supports Race Room as well. So you guys have that. You wanted it, it's there now. Dr. Brooks, yes, I agree with you. I prefer post-it notes over SimHub. Tiago, the LD uses the post-it notes. You have to activate it in the plugin settings. Yes. Hector Alvarez, thanks. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's move on. Alexander Ebner, it's so great to have relatives and standings on a companion. Fantastic. You guys are going way ahead of me. I'm trying to go through all the release updates, and you're just going on and telling me just reviewing. Yeah, Jeff, you do have a lot to update, man. There's a lot going on. Darren, it works perfectly fine with iRacing. It works perfectly fine. There's no real-time tire data, but that's for everyone. But it works with iRacing. If you go to the website, if you go, I do mention in the FAQ on the website which sims are covered. Those are natively supported by the dashboard, and then any other sim is also generically covered. So any sims that are not natively supported will have data as long as they provide it. So there might be some errors, some things, but you know, if you give me the information and the feedback, I will fix it, like I did for Race Room as well. COR Racing, I actually don't own any 10-inch screens. I do not own any, which is weird, but I don't own any 10-inch screens. I don't have any specific feedback to give you on that. I've got a whole bunch of other screens, but not a 10-inch, so I don't have a recommendation for that. All right, let's move on to the next features. So first thing is the auto update of the plugin. I'm just going to go through these as fast as I can right now. So we have the auto update for the plugin, which is very, very important. Let me share my screen again and start showing you a few things. The next, I guess, most important thing for this release is support for Race Room. So if you guys use Race Room, you can now set it up using the modules and even, you know, the game here for the overlay. So now the Lovely Dashboard supports Race Room natively, and the dashboards and everything. So go download the latest versions and everything will work fine. So we have Race Room added, which is something that made sense for me to do, because I do think it's a really good sim. If you haven't used it, please try it. It really is good, but now we can also say that it's supported in the Lovely Dashboard. It wasn't hard to implement. Sometimes you just need time and a bit of focus, so we got that one in. We have a brand new redesigned Lovely Dashboard XL. So this has been on for the longest of times. People were not happy with how the Lovely Dashboard XL had everything a bit shifted to the side. I wasn't happy with the way it worked. I wasn't happy either with it. So I decided, along with the UXL, I would redesign the XL. So now, the Lovely Dashboard XL has, basically you'd see this, but let me turn on a replay here. Let me move everything aside. You guys don't need to see that. So now the lovely dashboard XL looks like this. I can make this thing a bit bigger for you guys. I don't have everything on. Let me turn a few things on here. So I don't have... It also has, you know, virtual RPMs if you need them. It also has the red line flash and race flags. Okay. So this is what the new lovely dashboard XL looks like. It is essentially what the lovely dashboard is, but it has extended MFMs. These MFMs that you see here are not the regular MFMs. They are brand new MFMs. They actually have the same information, but they are different widgets. So these need extra work to be maintained. Currently, I haven't implemented many changes to these MFMs. So you know, if you scroll through, you'll see some, you know, different layouts here, a bit more clear because we have more space. You also see this is a bit wider. I will be updating these MFMs with more information. So let's say the relatives will also have, I can have more room here. So I will update it. So the XL will have slightly more information because we have more screen real estate. And you can see these are basically the same but not the same right now. So lap times, whereas on the lovely dashboard they're stacked, now they're left and right. This has full name sector 1 instead of S1, so we have more space. But again, these haven't, and even the track components have been, you know, spread out a bit. So they have been slightly redesigned, but you should expect to find the exact same information that you would find on a lovely dashboard. So I did not redesign. I did not add more information to the XL. It has the exact same information. It's just a bit more redesigned. Where I had space, I made it a bit bigger, smaller, and all that. I will be adding more stuff going forward, right? And this is your chance to go into the feature request and basically suggest things that you want for the XL because we have more space now. But this was one of the features that, you know, a lot of you have been asking for the longest of times. So now, for all of you OCD, like myself, suffering from OCD, the lovely dashboard XL is now centered. I really hope you guys like it because I know this was like, for the XL, this was like the #1 request. Make it centered. I did. There it is. Yeah. So this doesn't have any second pages or anything. Lovely dashboard XL. It's just these MFMs. I don't think I've added a second page. Nope. There is no second page. Second page regularly, you would expect to find, you know, the big timetable and the map, but because these are larger, I didn't add them here. They do have the timetables, and it will be, as I said, extending the information in these, and you also have the map, which I don't have on now. Let me turn on the map. Give me a second here. So where is the map? Oh, you can, let me show you a few things like this tire history. It's way wider now. So I have more information. It's double the information for the tire history. So I've done that kind of stuff. Even the map, for instance, there it is. It's wider. So you have a lot more area to show the map on. And the radar as well. Same thing for the radar. So you have more space. So that has been done. These small design changes for the XL. And I will be adding more information, not just redesigning it, more information as well. So expect that. Expect those updates for the XL. All right. Let us close this and look at the next big thing I consider for this release, which is the UXL. So the UXL, if you don't know, it is for give me a second. It is for dashboards like this. So this is a special edition sim dash that Jamie did with my logo on it, but essentially it's what you can buy as well. So this is 1920 by 480. So I really like these dashboards. I don't use it on my rig, but I really like this because when you put it on your rig, it's very slim, low profile, doesn't really hide anything, and you have a lot of information. So for this, I had this design coming for a long time. This design for the UXL, basically, and I will show you right after that, I'll show you the changes that happened on the dashboard, the lovely dashboard, because of this. So this, let me pull it up and I can show you what this dashboard looks like. Here it is. So here it is. This is the UXL version, the ultra extra large version of the Lovely dashboard. Now again, here you have the same exact thing. So this is, you know, action A, action B. So Tiago mentioned you wanted more MFMs. Yeah, we can put MFMs, but you can't control them then. So we only have 4 actions in SimHub, A, B, C, and D, and they're all already taken up. So what happens here is you have action A here, action B here, as you would have your 2 MFMs, and then, you know, it's action D and C for the fuel. So all of these actions work as you'd expect in the normal dash. And then you go to second page if you want and change the relative to standings. So you can switch those out, right? So you have both of these now, relative and standings. And to be honest, because these are different pages, on the relative page you can have, you know, let's say tires and sectors. And on the second page, for where you have the standings, you can have radar and lap times. And this will just remain like that because they're 2 different pages. You can set them up any which way you want. But by default, they will always be the same on both pages. So this is the UXL. The reason the UXL took such a long time to design was it was a huge debate on what information and how to put on the UXL. So the UXL has something you cannot take a widget from the dashboard and put it on the UXL. Both of them physically, literally physically, have the same pixel height. So they're both 480. But the actual density on the UXL is far larger. So if I would take an MFM from the dashboard and put it in the UXL, it would look much, much smaller. So I was debating on what I can put and how I can put it. So eventually I decided to lay it out like that, which of course kind of made me sad because the right hand side didn't look good. It didn't have enough information, or didn't have information that made sense. And I came up with this timetable. Okay, this isn't unique. This is new. This widget, the timetable, the way it works. But then this timetable triggered the entire change in the dashboard, the Lovely dashboard, and the companion. So now, my concept behind all of the ecosystem is that I want to reuse as much as I can. So everything you see in these, except the Lovely dashboard XL, the widgets which are wider, everything else is the same across the board. Even this thing over here, even the timetables. So this is one widget that shows you relative, and if you go to the next page, it will show you the standings and also fastest lap. And now I'm using the exact same widget. This is the next update change that I have on the Lovely dashboard. You can see it over there. So now in the Lovely dashboard, when you go to the next page where you have timetables, you will see the exact same widget of timetables here as it is in there. One of the redesigns changes that happen in the Lovely dashboard is we don't have any longer that column up here on the left. It really made 0 sense at the end of the day, having so much information densely packed. So now you just have one big relative. And because this is a widget, and this widget also has relative and standings, the same way you're here and you have action A and action B here, and you can just you can trigger with whatever button you have for action A and action B. When you go to the second page, this thing over here is action A. So when you're on this screen, you can use the same exact trigger for action A and swap between standings and relative. It's as simple as that. And this is one of the big changes across the board. So you can see all dashboards now use this new timetable, and it's also being used in the UXL. So it started off with the UXL, but it triggered a big redesign across the board. And this, in the Lovely dashboard, also triggered a design change in the map screen, which is the next one. As you will see, the map screen now extends fully to the entire dashboard. It needs to load. It takes some time. It extends fully, got rid of that column on the side. We didn't need it. At least it wasn't useful. It was just densely packed information on the side of the screen. So now this is all the way like that. And if you choose to have it animated in the settings, this is what it would look like. So it has become a bit more cleaner, the interface, and far more easy to extend, to be honest. So the timetables is being used in the UXL. It's being used in all dashboard except the XL, and it's being used in the companion. So that's one of the next features that I've updated. Let's open the companion as well. Let me get rid of this one and get rid of this one. There it is. Come on. SimHub. Good. So now the companion. The companion, if you don't know, the companion is a dashboard that was designed after I got the Arturo wheel, the Ultimate, and I realized that having two screens in front of me was crazy and stupid. So I designed the companion. And now because I have that new timetable widget, I can drop it into the companion. And now the companion has pages. So you can go to the next page, and the next page is relative. So you can see the relative. And the third page is standings. And now why is this important? Well, take a look. So I'm driving. I got my dashboard here with all the vital information I want. And in here, I can either see the map. I have mapped this microphone, but I didn't have time to swap it out. It'll have a little arrow here. I can hit this button and it changes. And now I'm driving. I can see the relative, or I can swap and go to the next page, which is standings. And now this also works really well because you have this densely packed information, but this is on a screen that's much closer to you as well. And this may be something you'll be looking at often or not. I don't know how you drive, and like I don't know how you work the dashboards and while driving, but for me it's really easy to have this information. I really like how the separation happens now. This information, which is more important, you know, lap times, radar, shifters, information, like very vital information, and then this comes second. So you're driving, you just look down. If you're looking at the standings, you have who is first. Let me switch over to the coding again. So, you know, you see who's first, and then you see yourself surrounded by the other drivers and the gap to the first. And if you go to relative, again, it just shows you the gap to the guys ahead and behind. Right now, I'm first on track and whatnot. You may have noticed one thing. Let me pull this up again, because this was kind of tricky to develop. You may have noticed this one thing here. In the UXL, this same timetable has less information than what is in the companion. The same widget adapts depending on which dashboard is using it. So if I'm using the timetable dashboard in UXL, it has less information, less lines. If it's in the companion, it shows more. And in the companion, if you have a race going on, it removes a few lines and makes space to show you that on top. So that is the next feature that has been updated in the ecosystem. Let me sign up for a race on LFM just to show you one thing. And I want to leave this here live. This one won't be affected, so it doesn't really matter. Let me move that. Let me sign up for a race to show you how the companion reacts. And this is why it did take a long time to develop. It wasn't 2 weeks. It was far more than that. But in the 2 weeks, I finalized everything and put it out. So let's see. The next race would be in about 30 minutes. Let me sign up for this race. And when I'm signed up, there it is. You can see that suddenly the race showed up, pushed everything down, and now you have less information here. But it's not breaking anything. Lines are actually being removed. The timetable is adapting to the space that is allocated to it. So, and if you look at my steering wheel as well, you can see it like that. So it really, really, you know, adapts and and makes the information available depending on the situation, depending on what dashboard it's in, depending on the situation, if you have a next race coming in or not, and and so on. Same thing goes for if you're using just a map. That kind of adapts everything as well. But which takes me to the last, I think, big feature, which I think it's really nice, which is the exact thing you just saw. Essentially, it's the scrolling of the next race. Let me show you a few things here. There's been a lot of thought. Actually, I shouldn't have closed this. So let me shut down the replay. So when this is your companion. So in the companion, it's always present. So the next race you're racing, it's omnipresent. Like, it doesn't matter where you are, if you're looking at the timetable or not, it'll always show you your next race. And this is done because, and you can also see it in the flags and in the companion. So these are the flags, for instance. Let me sign up for a race. Would it make sense to show it? It might. I want to show you something. I want to show you something specific. That's why I'm going to pull up the dashboard. Okay. So let me sign up for the same race I just signed up. Sign me up, Scotty. So you'll see, because there's more space on the lovely dashboard, it just shows you your race starts in 27 minutes. Actually, let me move over to this. So you see your race starts in 27 minutes and 36 seconds, and it just shows you that. But if I were to sign up for a race that had a longer name, you obviously know what I'm talking about. Can't sign up for that one. Let me sign up for... Yeah, not many long names. Oh, how about this one? Just want to find one with a longer name. Maybe I won't find it. Not for that. I'll show you something different. I just want to make this thing short. So the same exact thing in a smaller dashboard scrolls. So it really knows its context. So this is the exact same widget. In one case, it doesn't need to scroll, whereas in the companion, it needs to, and it does scroll. Someone added a feature immediately, like during the stream. Can we change the scroll speed? I will be adding that as an option in the plugin. So yeah, you'll have an option to slide it and go faster, slower. Yeah, that's fairly easy to do, and I will add it as well in the next version. But it doesn't stop there. Okay, so now it scrolls. I'm not using the native SimHub method because it didn't really work well. It was made for digital screens rather than pixel screens. So this was code that I developed to make it scroll the way it does and whatnot. But the actual next race also does one more thing, which I think also is really important. So let's say you sign up. So this race starts in 25 minutes and 48 seconds, which is great because I need to get ready, whatnot. What if I sign up for a race, though, that's tomorrow? What happens then? So, if a race is for tomorrow, it actually shows you, once it loads, it shows you the date and time of the next race. So now you know it's 1/16, November 2nd. So there's a bit of thinking behind it to determine if it's today. So if the race is today, it'll just show you the time of day your race is. And if you're within 30 minutes of the race, it'll turn into a countdown. And when you're within 5 minutes of the race, it will turn red, and you will know that it's imminent, you need to join the lobby. But if a race is in the future, if the race is not today, it will show you the date as well, and the time, obviously. So, on SimGrid, this was more apparent on SimGrid, because usually, on LFM, you sign up for a race and you race in like the next few minutes. But on SimGrid, there are races that are like next week. And it didn't make sense to show that information, just the time, because it might have been like in a week from now, 11:30, and it's 10:50 now. So it would tell me in 40 minutes you have a race. It's not. It's a week later. So now you have the date in there as well. So this is a small addition that has been, it actually existed prior, but there were some issues, and now it just works a lot better. And with the scrolling, I think Jeff will be really happy about the scrolling part. Did I have? I don't think so. It works really well. It's actually showing pretty well. Maybe it's the camera not capturing it well. I don't know. And again, if it is, if it does have issues, we will iron it out. Honestly, maybe testing can't be as extensive as I want, but we will be testing. And you know, I haven't seen any issues, to be honest. But if there are, trust me, I'll be fixing them. And that is, what else was there? And there were some fixes again in the release, which was the fix for the tire history graph, which wasn't working, and I actually fixed it on the floor in the expo. It was just a mistake I did in the code, so now that's fixed as well. And I also made a big change in the tire pressures, how I calculated them. So there was a bug in the tire pressures only when you would swap tires. So if you were in dry tires and you went into a pit stop and changed for wets in ACC, the code wouldn't actually change the pressures. So you would have your dry tire optimum temperatures and pressures, but with wet tires. So I basically changed the code. There was like a wrong, it wasn't the right process, the way I was doing it. So now that's fixed. So now if you have dry tires and you stop and change and put wets, the actual values will update to the optimum temperatures and pressures for wet tires. So that's been fixed as well. And just a couple more things that have been updated. One thing that I think some users will be very, very happy about is the addition of this little box. Let me switch over here. So this little box here. And yes, this is exactly what you think it is. You can change the color of the name in the dashboard. Now, this was always white, but a lot of users said, you know, I want to change it. Maybe they want to make it blue and blue and blue. I don't know. I have mine white. You can change the color of the name. Of course, this will require the latest plugin and the latest dashboards, but I'm going to assume that you've already gone to the lovely website and you've downloaded everything, the latest versions of everything, and you're all set. So you should be okay there. There was also one thing for the Asher wheels. If you are an owner of an Asher wheel, one of the issues that you'd had is when you first set up your wheel to use a modifier, I didn't have any default messages here. So you would make it a modifier and then you would twist the rotary knob and nothing would happen. So now I just have some defaults, and the defaults are the same defaults I have for the stickers. If you do buy stickers, the defaults are the exact same in the plugin as they are the defaults in the stickers as well. So they kind of match up, all of them. And final issue was there was an issue that was a bug that was uncovered with Discord tokens going stale and not letting you to either disconnect or reconnect. It was kind of like dead in the water. So this version fixed that, and hopefully we won't have any other issues with that. So if you had any issues connecting to Discord, trying to connect to Discord and the button wouldn't click or anything, that should be fixed. So please, and sorry for that, but you know, it's only so many edge cases that we can look into. It's been fixed now, so you shouldn't have any issues anymore. And that is everything that has been added in this release. I hope you like it. I honestly, it was a fairly condensed release. I don't want to release every 2 weeks. I want to release every month. I want to expand it a bit so I have more time. But this release happened the way it did because there was a bug fix, the tire pressures, and the Discord, which I wanted to release. I was going to release yesterday just the bug for Discord, for the plugin, and then Nicolas released his the Sim Hub today. So I basically said, I committed this morning saying I'll release everything today, full release instead of holding it for a bit later. Hopefully it won't crash, it won't burn your PCs, and you won't have issues. I am actually kidding, but you know, I hope you don't, honestly hope you don't have any issues. So, what else is there? No other updates according to my roadmap. So let's see what the chat says. I have to go back a lot. Okay. What dash size would you recommend? Where was I? Wow, there's a lot. There's a lot. I can't go back that much. All right, so COR Racing, hi, Queen, what's the best? Okay, yep, agree. What says? So Martin Schweitzer asked, what dash size would you recommend? I actually have a video, DDU Showdown, where I go through like 7 DDUs that I own. I think I brush on it somewhere in the beginning. DDUs are very personal, right? What works for me won't work for you, or it might, but it depends. I have 2 dashboards in front of me, a 5-inch. Let me show you. So I have a 5-inch here and a 7-inch, the 6.8-inch in front of me here. I truly think that the 6.8 is too big. I find it really big. It is the exact same size as the real-life dashboards in, like the McLaren, for instance. So if you want full immersion, you probably want to go with the big one, but it does annoy me because it's always in front of me. So until we find a way to, you know, pop it off and on without cables and all that, it's in front of me. I also use, or should I have to sign out of the LFM race? I also use it because I need it to show well on the camera. So when I'm doing POVs, I need that to show really well. If it was small, there would be an issue. So it would be too small. So I need it to be big. So for me, the best size for a DDU is a 5-inch. And if you don't think it'll be annoying, go for the 6.8. I wouldn't go for a 4.3 in any case. I still think it's a very small screen. The only 4-inch screen that I would recommend is on your steering wheel. I saw the Solpack and some other steering wheels that have like huge ass steering wheels. I don't like them. I honestly think they're too big for the steering wheel. It's too big, but you know, it might be a thing. As I said, these are all personal preferences. It's not something, it's not definitive, basically. Kurt, how you doing, man? Good evening to you too. I hate it when... Okay, not scrolling. Yeah, whatever reason it wasn't scrolling. So you're asking, since XL version it looks like a wider screen than a standard one, and all standard screens are 69, so I was hoping you knew since, but XL. So the aspect ratio for the XL is 1280 by 720. So do the math. 1280 by 720, where the UXL is 1920 by 480. The dashboards are 840, 850 something by 480. I think I'm designing them at 850 by 480. And that's pretty much the standards ratio for all screens. So the only exceptions are the XL at 1280 by 720 and the UXL, which is 920 by 480. But again, the UXL is higher density. So the 480 height it's like half the size of the 7-inch 480. Yeah. Why am I losing the scroll bar? All right. Anyway. Derek Bird says, awful lot of work gone into the dash. How do you find time to race? I don't race. I do not race. Captain Smollett, scrolling doesn't work well with SimGrid races. It doesn't show full name, still shows 3 dots at the end. It's scrolling but don't show full name. Oh, that's going to change. Yeah, I think I'm doing something in the plugin which I will update. I might release a really quick fix for that. Maybe tonight. I don't know. You'll see it. You'll see it. If it comes up, you'll see it. So, Jeff, you have issues with scrolling? It can't be a Vocore thing. It might just be the way it's handled. So let me know. If you can DM me or put it as a bug and put a video of it. I want to see it with an external camera, how it doesn't scroll smoothly. Because you can see in mine, it scrolls actually pretty smooth. Yeah, let me know. Hey, Luigi from Naples. I love Naples. I love Naples. And great pizza, too. Probably the best pizza, to be honest. All right, guys, this is it. So what's next is unboxing. We covered everything I wanted for the plugin and the dashboards and everything, so let's just go on and do some unboxing time. So, Jamie, I hope I don't break it. So Jamie, actually I can unbox the other one too. So Jamie sent me, this is the brand new, if you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and over to his Facebook channel. He has a lot of pictures. This is the brand new S26.8 inch dashboard. It's in blue because blue is my color. Blue is the lovely racing color. And he sent it in blue. I literally got this package just a few hours ago. So I will be unboxing it completely live. So forgive any blood coming out of anywhere if it's leaking. Jamie, I hope you put a dashboard in here and didn't put anything weird, or else it will be live on stream and everyone will know it was you. All right, let's see how we get this thing open. I'm really curious. I've seen the pictures. It looks really nice, and quality from Jamie always top notch. So I know what I'm expecting. Nothing less than perfection. Just give me some time here to do this properly. There it is. Well, look at that. I didn't even have time to remove my information on the cover on the sticker, so that's why I am not. All right. If you ever gotten one of these, this is what you expect to get when you open it. All right. All right. So let's see. Okay, let's just pull this out. Whatever. I don't want to die here. I'm gonna choke on this. All right. The box. There's nothing else in this. Get rid of that. Wait. Oh, Jamie. Duds. I'm gonna do a stream just popping this. But they don't make any sound. Jamie, get me some better bubble wrap, man. Alright, so made in Portugal. This, honestly, these are one heck of an amazing piece of equipment here. So, all right, this is important. Angled USB-C to USB-A, and it is all, if you can see it on camera or not, it is all braided cable. Nice. Dash, we'll look at that soon. Let's see what else is in the box. We got stickers and stickers and a really beautiful little, wiping cloth with a SimDash logo. All right, that's all you can expect inside the box. That's it. Let's go unwrap this. Specialty tape. Oh, this is huge. This is actually going on my rig now. Not now. I'm not going to install it now. Wow. Okay. This is nice. You know, the one thing I always say about Jamie's work is how precise and detailed everything is. I'm not exaggerating in any way. It really is really, really good. I'm being as honest as possible right now. Like, this is different than the one that I have. This is a bit like brushed aluminum on top and in the back. This is glossy aluminum. You can see it. There it is. You can see it better there. It's really nice, glossy. Oh, that's beautiful. Check it out. Check it. So you get your SimDash logo and the Lovely Racing logo and a switch. Probably one of the most important things. So you can see this is sort of brushed. You can see a bit, but the rest is just nice and glossy. I love it. One thing you can always expect from this is amazing value for money. So, if you guys are interested in this dashboard will be going here soon. I'll be using this one going forward. I really like the design. I like the fact that it's not as wide and big as that. It's got a bit, you know, thinner bezels all around, so I really want to get it on here. So this dashboard costs, for this is 350 euros plus shipping, as far as I know. But if you really want it, if you really want it, there will be a Black Friday sale. So keep your eyes peeled on Facebook and Instagram for when it actually starts. But there will be a Black Friday special for this dashboard. I think all dashboards, but this one as well. This is the brand new one. It was just released. As far as I know, he just started sending these out. And one of them landed in my lap as well. I will say that I didn't buy this. I haven't bought any dashboards from Jamie. He won't let me buy anything. He just ships me prototypes and dashboards as he makes them. But again, there is zero obligation for me to say anything good, anything about it. He just sends them, and I'm extremely happy to use them. Again, let me see. Let me plug it in. Oh no, wait. This will need a driver, he told me. It's something different, so I don't even want to plug it in now because I'm probably going to mess it up. So his message said I need to download these drivers. Oh, they're for the LEDs. Okay, so I'll just probably just wait, let me see. I don't know what this cable goes to. I don't know if it's the gaming PC or the racing PC, the driving PC. Let me plug it in and see. Honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's see. All right, let's go to devices. This is live. You can't get any better than this, can it? Add new device, and this will be a generic Vocore screen. That's what we're adding. Okay. Connect to, I don't know what screen. There it is. Which one is this? I always like to do this. Select the specific screen you're connecting to. Which one is it? Was it the last one? Did I just blow it there? Yeah, it was. Okay. And of course, get rid of that dashboard and go with the lovely dash. That's beautiful. What do we do here? Here, landscape. Landscape reversed. There it is. Beautiful. I actually think this is... Yeah, I really, you know, what I really like about this is it's got, you know, thinner bezels, to be honest. Thickness, that's pretty much what you expect. Oh, there is like a slight, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a bit thinner here than it is on top. Am I seeing this right? Maybe it's just an optical illusion. Maybe. But there it is. That's going in here. That's going there. So really happy for this. Really nice work, Jamie. Really, really nice work, Jamie. Let's get on a call next week, Jamie. Please, please. I want to talk about many things. So please, Jamie, let's get on a call next week. Hyperdrives asked me, does the auto update only apply to the plugin or do the dashboards auto update now? Hyperdrives, the plugin only updates now. Only the plugin will auto update going forward. For now. Okay? So keep that in mind. This is beautiful, man. Great work once again, Jamie. Shit. Screw it. I'll be installing this, I don't know, maybe tomorrow when I get some time. I'll put it there. Safekeeping. Really, really, really nice. If you guys are interested in this dashboard, Jamie, when are you gonna do the Black Friday thing? If you want, put it in the chat. Let people know when it's gonna start or not. There is, and also put what the Black Friday is if you want to share it. Otherwise, you can just just mention it when it will be on social media and whatnot. The cost of this dashboard, if I am not wrong, is $350 plus shipping, which again, it's punching way higher than that price point, especially in the market and the dashboards that already exist. So if you're looking for something that's value for money, I always recommend SimDash. I always do. And Jamie's in the chat. I hope you're not making sure that I say the right things, because we have never said anything like that. I just really appreciate his work. I really appreciate his work. Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong. You're not doing this full time, are you? Right? You're not doing this full time, as far as I know. CR Racing, see, you'd think it's 500. You'd think it's 500. Like, there are other dashboards out there that cost as much, and if not, this is way better. There are dashboards out there that cost much and don't have a switch. Believe me, the switch is something you want to have on a dashboard. COR Racing, I already mentioned that. Aspect ratio, you want me to do the math for you? So all dashboards are 16:9, which I know because that's the screen you have. The XL is 1280 by 720. Just divide it and you'll get the ratio. And so XL is 1280 by 720, and the UXL is 1920 by 480. Divide these and you get the ratio. So you're good. I don't know them out by heart. I do not know them, sorry. But you just divide the numbers and you get the ratio. And you are good to go. All right. Kurt Anderson, thank you, man. I really want to put a dent in Nicolas' revenue tonight. If anyone can, if you can, go buy a license. I got a license on stream before. I'm going to put it up in my Discord if someone needs one. If you can't afford one, I don't know, just take it. I don't need it. But if you can't afford it, go get a license for whatever amount. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna ask him tomorrow. I'm gonna ask him what happened. Yes, the finish on this thing, it's really it's glossy. I'll tell you that much. It's like, it really is. It's shiny glossy, and I love the blue color because, you know, lovely sim racing blue. Let me try and get it like the glare. It looks very like, even these are like so smoothed out. There are no edges anywhere, honestly. Great work, Jamie. Great work. All right, so Jamie said around from week from now. So about a week now from now, there will be a Black Friday special. Yay! You know what? The chat there is not working. It's just not working. I have to move over here. Hope it's not annoying now. Hyperdrive, thanks. Around the week from now, my man is the best. Thanks for supporting him. What is the function of the back button? You mean this? If you're talking about this, that's the switch. You turn it on and off, which is very important for a dashboard. I have a DDU showdown video. I explained that for me, one of the most important parts of a dashboard, a DDU, is having the switch. So I placed the Simutech SDU3 lower in the order of my preferences because it doesn't have a switch. Otherwise, it's a great dashboard. It's perfectly fine. But a lack of a switch makes a difference. The These are Vocore. These are Vocore screens. And Vocore is a power hog. And in many cases, even though I have it on a powered USB hub, you go down, you get hit, you get a lot of power going through the DDU, USBs suck all the power out, and the Vocore screen just goes snap, and it tears, and you're stuck with that. So if you don't have a switch on the dashboard at that moment, you just turn it on and off, you're stuck with that. You can't do it. You can't unplug it while driving and plug it back in. So switch is vital for me. It is a critical part of a dashboard. If a dashboard doesn't have a switch, it's going to be a pass for me, especially seeing all these dashboards coming out. There are some without that switches, which don't make sense, but this has one. I'm gonna also do a review some point in the near future of the new Grey Wolf, the Evo, the version. It's the evolution of the steering wheel I already had presented, and they also added a switch. So I'm telling you, having a switch on a screen is the most important thing. Even for my Asher, it doesn't have a switch. So if something happens to this Vocore, if it tears, which luckily it hasn't, because I don't know, they've done some magic. Martin has done some magic on a wheel and it doesn't consume as much power. I don't know what he's done. I haven't had it do it, but if it ever did, I'm screwed for the race. So I can't shut it off. So it's just something I can't. So having a switch somewhere on a wheel to shut off the screen and turn it back on is vital. So that's one of the things I always look at. Hey, Geeky Imp. How you doing, man? Yes, COR do have the PSR guys. Have a great DDU at 190. The PSR thing, it is printed, you know, it's printed, 3D printed material. So again, in my video, I have a PSR, the curved one. It does have a switch, which is great. So it depends on the budget. So if you are looking for something low cost, yes, PSR does do great. And there are more dashboards that are printed. Sim Racing Addict also has a really good one. But if you want to go that step, above and get something a bit more, quality, aluminum, whatever, I think SimDash is where the quality begins, and then prices go up from that point on. So that's where I'm placing it. It's like at the beginning of the really good dashboards. And in my video, the DDU Showdown, I talk about this, and I say that all of these are Vocore screens, except maybe the Turn Racing dashboard that I have. They're all Vocore. So what you're paying for is essentially the housing. So if you don't care about the housing, go for a 3D printed version. But if you care for the housing, you want something better. You want something that will last longer. I think SimDash is really good. So yeah, Jeff Power. That's what you need. 6.8 inch doubles the consumption of a 5-inch. I have no idea, but I'm going to assume you know what you're talking about, Jamie. I'm going to assume you know. I don't. Yeah, COR, it is 3D printed. I'm not saying it's bad. It's 3D printed. It's a different thing. So if someone is expecting better quality and gets a PSR, they should know it's 3D printed. My first dashboard was 3D printed, and I was happy with it for like a year or so, whatever. So it's not that anything would happen to it. It's just 3D printed. It's a different quality, different feeling. It's a different thing. So if you pay attention to the quality and the materials, then you probably want to go a bit higher. But at the end of the day, it is a Vocore screen. So you can just buy a Vocore screen for 50 euros off of Vocore themselves and just pop it on there. It'll work the same. It'll be the exact same thing. It's what you want to do with it, how you want it to look on your rig and all that jazz, So, if the price is an issue, you can buy a Vocore screen, slap it on a piece of cardboard and tape, put it on your dash, and it will still work. It'll be the same exact thing. You won't have LEDs, yes, but LEDs you can do something else, maybe virtual or whatever. But if you want something that's not 3D printed, I first suggest SimDash. I can't say it enough. I cannot. All right, I think the stream's been going on for 1 hour 40 minutes. I went through everything that I wanted, and I also did the unboxing of the SimDash. Let me get some water. And the final part of the stream, I just want to talk about the Milestone and what it means to me, and hopefully for you guys as well. And then we can do whatever you want. We can develop. We can do whatever you want. Honestly, I just won't strip. Don't ask me to strip. Lex, I have not. I have not. Murat has the big one. Yes. I have the 6.8. Now I have the second 6.8. I have a 5-inch. I have another 5-inch. I mean, I have a few SimDashes around. Texas Toast, I will agree. Jamie is the best. Murat? No, Lex. How hard is it to add a switch to a Vocore? I honestly, I don't know. I do know what happens is you have a the PCB, and the Vocore plugs into the PCB, and then the PCB goes to the PC. So the PCB is basically like an in-between, and that's what handles all the power consumptions and everything. But you can just, where is it? I do have a Vocore screen just lying around, which is basically the glass and the plug, and it works as well. So I'm just saying you can use that straight out of the box. COR, SimDash, Jamie does not have a website, so if you want to purchase it, you will need to DM him on Facebook directly, or ping me on Discord, and I will share his contact information so you can contact him directly. He does not have a website, and if you want to buy it, you DM him. There's nothing to be afraid of regarding the DMs and buying from him. Honestly, you can trust him. I vouch for him. And if anything goes wrong, you can come to me. So just DM him on Facebook. Go to simdash.pt. Don't go to any other SimDash guy, right? Find him on Facebook, and Jamie always responds. So just let him know you're from me, and you will be taken care of. All right, I want to move on to the next thing, which is the huge milestone. The huge milestone of 2,000 members. I had projected that we'd get here by the end of the year, and was being kind of like optimistic about it. But here we are. It's November 1st, and we are at 2035, 2030. There are a few more that have been added during the stream, so maybe a bit higher than that. And I've been thinking, what can I do? You know me. You know me. If you've known me for long enough, you know that I always like to give back and do things. So the only thing I have been thinking that would be, it would be nice, is to give something to. I can't do it for all members, but give back to one of the members, one of these. So I had a chat with Jamie, and we're gonna do something special with this. So I don't have the details. I will put up details and everything, but the idea is that one of my members will win one of these, which Jamie will be sending out to you. And the difference between any S20 you would be buying is that on the back side of the S20, we'll figure out where it will have just one. Jamie will only make one of these. We'll have the 2,000 member logo here. I will design a special logo to mark this occasion and milestone. And there will be only one of these dashboards. So we're looking at the new one, this S20 6.8 inch in blue. we were going to add a very special logo on the back for the lovely Dashboard 2000 member milestone, and one lucky member will be winning it. Now, I don't have details. This will not happen tomorrow. I think I'll be running this entire thing through November. I just need to finalize the details of what I want to do and how I want to do it. I can't afford to give away more, so I will be just doing one dashboard. And this is just, I don't know, it's just a small token of appreciation for the support you guys are giving me, and enabling me, not allowing me, not permitting me, enabling me to do all the work that I'm doing on a Lovely Dashboard. I enjoy it. I'm having fun, and you guys are paving the way for me to do this. So there's not enough words I can say to thank you for the support. And I know it's not support anymore, right? It used to be support. Now it's actually a product, so you're paying for something. But it doesn't mean anything to me, the fact that it's changed. For me, it's still the community. It's still you. You know, the people that first used it and said, "Oh wow, this is great." One of the first members, Daniel Newman. Jeff has been with me for such a long time. Jamie has been supporting me with dashboards. Not just Jamie, Martin, everyone. And the new partnerships that are growing through this thing. So I don't have enough words to say thank you to everyone. So I'm just going to be giving away one of these. It will be a special version. As I said, we'll have a special logo on the back. We will only be making one. I won't even have one. No one will. Just one version with a special logo. We'll figure out where and how it's going to be done. And one of the members will be getting it. I won't say anything. I need to sit down and think about how it's going to be done. It's not going to involve, doing something. It's just the pool of members. I'll be giving it away to someone. We'll see. We'll see. Kurt, skip the special, just send it to me. No. This is going to be a special edition. I want it to be special. I want the person who gets it to know that this marks a milestone and that they are a part of it. I don't care if they're a starter member or a gold member. For me, it's the same. I've said this many, many times. It's the reason why I have the starter memberships. Like, if you want to buy into this ecosystem, you only need to be a starter member. Pro members and above get the pit wall and other perks. But if you just want to get this, it's €1 per month, right? For me, it's far less because taxes and all, it's not €1. But for me, it doesn't make a difference. Like, if we can become far larger community and members, then I have nothing to be worried about, right? I can continue working on this. So I want more people to use it. I could have gone the other way. I could have gone and said, Lovely Dashboard is never free. You have to pay to get it. And that's it. I could have gone away and saying, Lovely Dashboard is €3, which again, it's not a lot. €3, I get rid of the €1, but I really want you guys to be a part of it. So becoming a Lovely member with even the starter, it means the world to me. And you should know that it actually is helping push everything forward. And with all these releases, with all this, I really hope you guys see that I'm trying to take it into a direction where it adds more value to all of you and your sim racing rigs and sim racing experience, and just making you enjoy your hobby even more. That is my strategy. That is the pillar of what I'm doing. Trying to make everything work towards making your experiences better. Yeah, pretty much. I put the logo on the screen. I can't see it on the back. Dude, it's not for you to see. The logo is there for everyone on the stream to see. No, it's there just to mark that special occasion. So I can make T-shirts. No, I wouldn't do that again. So I'm not gonna make any T-shirts for the 2000th. I am designing new T-shirts as well. You know, I have the lovely editions, which are my other cars' sim rig. If you guys haven't seen it, head on over to the website. I really think that's a beautiful shirt. Beautiful as in the actual material and everything. I think it's really nice. But I will be coming out with one more design now. I'm going to a bit more retro look on that, on the new one. But it's just another outlet for me to be creative. So designing T-shirts. It's not about designing something for the dashboard. These are more, you know, sim racing lifestyle products. The T-shirts that I'm designing. So keep an eye on that on the store as well. Yeah, you need to get that on Ko-fi thing, lol. But why not Patreon for all of us already using it? Jeff mentioned it. It's not that. Patreon fees are huge, and it would mean I would have to increase the prices. And you say it's okay, but then I say no because I don't want to have higher prices. If you know, and if you can understand, like for me, €1 per month is honestly nothing. I probably lose €1 per month inside my car. You know, drop it. It literally is nothing. I'm not exaggerating. And for the most part, all of you in this chat wouldn't consider losing €1 every month. This is plain, straight, flat reality. It's nothing. But there are people that cannot afford €1 per month. I'm not being dramatic. I'm not exaggerating. There are people that cannot afford €1 per month for a hobby, for a game. So I wish I could get it lower, but I can't. But going to Patreon and saying, no, it's not €1, it's now €3 for everyone, it's not something I'm interested in. And if Patreon has really high fees, I'm not going there. What I am going to do, though, and this is something that I'm working on, is moving everything from Ko-fi to the website. I'm not going to go to any other provider. I'm not going to go, you know, Ko-fi, try something else then and go there. No, it's going to be like the next move is going to be a final move. A final move where I can have better membership management. Because Ko-fi is great for what it is, but it's not perfect. And it does add a lot to the process, which I hate. And you guys know I'm trying to simplify everything. Ko-fi is one of the things that I want to simplify. So the idea is that memberships will move into the site. And when I do move them to the site, or another provider that lets me create a seamless experience, it will also have annual subscriptions as well. So, and annual subscriptions also come with a discount automatically. So if you go with the €1, you won't pay 12. It'll be like 10% now. It'll be like €10.8 per year. So I'm trying to do all these things to make it easier and easier accessible for many, because I know having your card being charged €1 every month is annoying, and sometimes it can trigger you. So that's, you know, I'm working on all these things. I'm trying to figure these out, but again, I'm doing it on my own. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, how we can do this in a store and how we can have like upgrades and downgrades. If you're a starter, how do you go to pro membership and gold membership? If you're a gold member, how do you go back to starter? These are things you need to think about, and I can't just rush into it. But it is in my roadmap to update once I find the best solution. Kieran says, I remember posting some time back about not ordering my gold t-shirt as I'm losing weight. Lost 18. I remember, Kieran. You said that you're not going to order it yet because you're losing weight. Good on you. Wait it out. Get the large, the medium. I don't know where you are. I'm an extra large. So this is an extra large. They're fairly regular fit, so an XL would fit fairly well. But I wish you get into the large or medium. I don't know. Medium's too small. No, don't get into a medium. Medium is too small kid size. Get into a large. Well, good for you though, because one of the things I can't do is lose weight. It's the hardest thing in my life. I always try and fail and try and fail. Even better, perpetual monthly PayPal and call it a day. Yes, I've looked into PayPal as well. I don't want to. PayPal would not allow me to use Stripe. So it's just a lot of things that I'm trying to do. Stripe also has memberships, but it doesn't have a really nice experience as far as tying into the website. Anyway, there's so many things I want to do and look into. I just need the time to do them right. Smedium. Smedium? Yeah, Kieran, you should be very proud of the process. I mean, honestly, the progress, 18 kilos? Come on, man. That is amazing. So good on you. COR is a medium? Dude, medium? Really? Medium? I don't think, like, I've been in a medium only once in my life growing up. I shot past medium and like, bye. Haven't seen you since. XXL for grown men. No, thankfully I'm just an XL right now. I'm just XL. Thankfully I'm not double XL, not yet. Kind of getting there though. Although I am trying not to gain weight. Anyway, guys, this has been an amazing stream. Again, we reached the peak of like 86, and it's just amazing. What do you want to do now? Do you guys want to ask me questions on FAQ or something? Anything? You want me to pop open ACC and do a run? Maybe I can do it. I can't set up race room properly, so I don't have triples on race room. I tried to get Tim Heineman to help me. I met him at the expo, and he's kind of like an expert in race room, but I haven't gotten it done yet. So what happened to inclusion? Vienna sausage? No, dude, you want to be comfortable. You definitely want to be comfortable in your clothes. Please be comfortable in your clothes. COR, I need to get it in triples, and I can't get it on triples. I tried. I have tried. I just cannot get it working on triples. Jeff, I'm looking at the video you posted, and I don't see anything wrong with it. Wait, now you're on. Oh, that's interesting. So you're running the lovely dashboard on your FPE. Again, it's kind of smooth though. It's kind of smooth. I don't really see anything really bad about it. Yeah. It doesn't seem bad. Looks to be smooth enough. Courtney McGregor, gaming with UNC. Anything on the virtual energy for LMU? No, I have not worked on it. I do want to do it. So please give me some more time. I just released the race room version and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I need to take a breather, and I will get onto that. Yeah, Jeff, I don't know. Maybe it is the Vocor now at this point, but just be patient. I will be releasing a version of the dashboard, of the plugin, that will have an option to change the speed. So speed will be going from like 1 to 5. 1 is the slowest and 5 would be the fastest. I can change it. I won't do it now. But I can change it, and you can see it goes really fast. And depends. If it's slower, it might be a bit smoother. But again, it just depends on your system, maybe. So I'll add that in the next version of the plugin, and yeah, you can swap it out and see what works best for you, man. Tis okay. Okay. Oh, Jan. Oh, I'm looking at the new members. Fruit Biscuit joined while we were on the stream. Jan Juke Booma is the latest gold member. Dude, thank you very, very much, man. And KHZ, new gold member. Holy shit. So many gold members. Lex Barlow became a pro member. Thank you very much. And Andrea, thank you very much for the support in the gold in the pro memberships, man. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Pitwall wasn't updated, man. Jeff, Pitwall has not been updated yet. So I made all. So the process, in the I have an updated. I personally have an updated version of the Pitwall, and I've sent you a version as well as a mod, so you've seen it. But the Pitwall is the next version. It's the next release. Will have the Pitwall. So the Pitwall, I don't know if I discussed this before in the previous stream, but what has been discussed at the expo with many users of the lovely Pitwall is that the lovely Pitwall is going to get a major overhaul. So it's going to be lightened out. So it's going to be a bit lighter, but not less information. So what's going to happen is I'm going to maintain the version that already exists, so the screen with everything on it, but those will also be broken down into 3 different screens. So there'll be one screen with the map, one screen with the leaderboards, and one screen with all the inputs and everything. So it'll be a lot easier for you to split them in multiple screens or switch and go from one screen to the other and not have all the information on one. So that's the idea for the Pitwall. So it is going into a redesign. I just haven't touched it yet and haven't updated it, simply because the changes that I've done to the dashboards, introducing the new UXL, and updating the design for the XL and the companion, it just needed a lot of work. So I just put that on the side, just to focus on these things. But the Pitwall is the next one. That's coming for sure. And I also, so I will be putting out, a new plugin release that will fix the truncation of the text on the races, which is something I didn't remove. So I'll remove that and also add the scrubbing speed, but that would also require an update in the dashboard, so that might not come immediately. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna do a plugin update. Yeah, you have the secret squirrel version. I didn't know we had a name for it, man. What did you send me? Yeah, it's because it's not scrolling. So there's a different script now. So you're kind of in between now. You're kind of in between versions. So please be patient. And we will fix it. We will fix it. Jeff is just showing me what's going on with his Pitwall and the next race. So that's it. I have nothing else to share tonight. That was it. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Honestly, I don't know. Should we cut it short? Should we go and say that this is it? 2-hour stream, is it good enough? I am here for you if you have any questions or any suggestions. We could talk. Michael, you can go gold, you can go pro, you can go starter. It doesn't really matter when and how. Any level, I've said this before, for me they're all equal. Depends on what you need, and they all provide support, and I can continue developing the Lovely dashboard. Hey Bruno, how you doing, man? How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Have you? Let me see if I can update the latest and greatest memberships, and I'll go on and say thank you to all the gold members as I do. on a second. Caller. Hold on a second, caller. One thing I'm very, very much looking forward to is sleeping in a bit tomorrow morning. I haven't had a good night's sleep in quite a while. I'm looking forward to that. Okay. Let's see, Kofi, what you can do. So I have an issue with, in general, I want to get away from Kofi for many, many reasons. But one of them is they don't provide an API. And there's also major issues when I download, you know, like a CSV with all the members and everything, because I use that data. And it's just not working. There's no way for me to download stuff anymore. It downloads, then it crashes, and now, like right now, I'm trying to download it so I can update, you know, the memberships on here and on the stream, and it's not downloading. That's why I want to get away from Kofi as well. And as much as I've tried to contact them and get support, it's always the same thing. So it's not much I can do about it unless I move. One Ponchon Man says, is there any plans to have the gear indicator removed? Like, if you use a dash as a position relative display rather than an actual dash? Well, One Ponchon Man, well, you can use the companion. I think we had this discussion. I'm getting this tremendous deja vu right now. You can use the companion. So the companion has been revamped in this release, and the companion has 3 screens. So now it has the map on one, and a little, you know, wind thing, and turn information. Second screen is relative. Third screen is standings. So you can use the companion for what you want. You got this. All right, we have it. We downloaded it. Okay, good.
New Ko-fi subscription from Miguel.
Thank you, Miguel, for the Ko-fi subscription. Don't forget, everyone, read the instructions on the website on how to become a member. One of the most common questions is, I paid for it and I'm not a member anymore. Ko-fi has a process, and the process is 3 steps, and it's all on the website. First one, you go to Ko-fi, you select your tier, you pay, you get it. Second, and most important, you connect your Discord account in Ko-fi. Ko-fi will then award you the membership role in my Discord, and then that role unlocks everything. So either you're on a website, you log in with your Discord, so I know if you're a member and which member you are to unlock the discounts. You go to the plugin, you log in with your Discord account, and it unlocks the plugin if you are a member. And in general, the memberships in Discord control your membership status in general. So always remember that. Ko-fi is what it is, but it does it well for what it is. So I'm really happy with it. I just, you know, you guys need to know that everything is controlled by Discord, and Ko-fi is the intermediary. So you sign up for the memberships. They handle all the memberships, recurring payments, upgrading, downgrading, whatnot, and assigning the role, awarding the role depending on the tier you select. So Ko-fi does that. Sometimes, most of the times, it's instant. So when you pay for the membership, you get the role instantly. And I've had users say it took them 3 hours for it to show up. So, you know, I can't do much about it. Please be patient with it, but it is what it is. And when you become a member, you have the role, and then, you know, you use that logging into the plugin, to the website, and everywhere, and you are a member then. One Punch Man, yes, we did have a discussion about it. I remember. Heavy deja vu with this. And as of today, you have that option. So now the companion, although it is a companion, you can use it on its own as well, and is just map and 2 timetable screens, relative and standing. So you have that information now if you want. Yes, Jeff, I know. So if you don't know who Halo in Reverse is, he is one of my two moderators in Discord. So if you haven't had any issues with the process or anything, and you haven't had Jeff help you, then Jeff loves you. If you have had issues with all of the processes, or you haven't read the FAQ, I'm pretty sure Jeff loves you. So yeah, a huge round of applause to Jeff and Chris, the two mods in the Discord that are helping you guys settle your accounts with Ko-fi and Discord and everything else. And my job is to make everything simpler, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to simplify everything as best as I can, to be honest. I mean, it's as much as I can do. All right, it's nearly midnight here. We've been streaming for just over 2 hours. I think I'm going to call it a night and hit that bed with all my might and sleep. Sleep in. Probably gonna wake up at 6 a.m. again. I'm used to it, but whatever. So let me switch over to. Has this thing updated? Yes, it has. So most likely, I will also have all the new gold members. My God, this is going to take a while. This is such an amazing problem to have. First world issues. All right, so as I always do, I want to personally thank by name every gold member, and every stream it gets even harder. So thank you very much for making this as hard as possible. So let's go for it. Thanking all the gold members, starting with 14 Smoke Rules, AJ, Anthony Hall, A Better Hammer, Adam B, Adam Gray, Augustin Martin, Alex Luce, Andy Brewer, Andy Nicolau, Anthony Human, Peter Corinth, Brandon Honnold, Benjamin Morsch, Bravo 1C, Brian Rapp, Bruno Silva, Cameron King, William Carpenter, John Hart, Claudio Farfara, Cody Fowers, DG, Dan Westerman, Daniel Newman, Dean Kerr, Don Grimm, Henry Castillo Bachero, Brian Speracus, Forest Motorsport, John Paolo, Gillespie 53, Graham Baptist Wright, Halo in Reverse, which is my favorite, Jeff Wright, Harry 1704, Jonas Gillis, Istvan Barsi, JJ Buma, JP Courier, Jake DeGran, Alan Suzanne, Jason Rivera, Jeff Fleischman, Jarek, John Hicks, Jonathan Walker, Justin Clark, Khalid Alzabi, Kieran Lowe, Lance Campbell, Mark Hawley, Lucas the Dug, Chris Rollins, the other mod, Mahmoud Attia, Mark Long, Matteo Giacardi, Michael Murphy, Michael L.T. Nunez, Michael Poliaro, Newbie Forever, Not Quality Content, Sebastian Hessler, Olivier Flash, Kevin Hewlett, Paddy Falconer, Paul Bergoli, Brad Jackson, Hakeem Maskeen, Pon2K2, Robert Robles, Ron Reek, Ralph Upraus, Rito Brulman, Juan Rodriguez, Rob Ebers, Robin Tate, Rodrigo Diaz, Ryan Reyes, Sam Ali, Sean Reed, Andre Ray, Shee, Simon Tunin, Slane, Josh Fulton, Thomas Sandberg, Thutgood, 710, Tobias Hoftong, Trevor Bailey, Vertality, WHK and Co. Really official name. Wilde Hilde, William Martin, Zach, Bad Brad, CP Arthur 78, Daniel Kuhn, IMCS, Calevra, Danny Kavanaugh, Mark Worthington, Mark Gale, Rayson Snow, Raymond Serapio, Cheyenne Larasby, Testboy Webby, and Breathe. Thank you very much for going over and beyond, becoming gold members, and pushing me as hard as you can, developing this dashboard and the entire ecosystem. I say dashboard, but it's always so much more, and there's so much more coming. I promise you. I'm telling you, there's a lot more coming, both dashboard-wise, software-wise, partnership-wise, hardware-wise, accessory-wise. There's a lot of stuff incoming. So thank you very much for all the support, and thank you for all the other members for supporting me. It doesn't matter what tier you're on. It matters that you're supporting and you're with me in this. And I'm going to continue developing and pushing everything as far as I can and as much as I can to get it better for everyone. Guillermo Daniel Luque. I am an old follower, but I became recently a starter user. Thank you very much for the support. Congrats, this is a great work, and I am a fan. Just an idea. Maybe I love to have this set a dash only for tires. Maybe. I know it's been asked before, breaking it up. You can do that. Okay? I don't see the point of creating modular dashboards. If there is a need, let me know. But it'll just be more work for something that I don't know will be as valuable. So I don't see it happening, but you can duplicate a dashboard, edit it, and just move things around, because these are all widgets for the most part. So it's easy to just move things around. So you can do that if you want to. And greetings for so you're an Argentinian living in Mexico. It's kind of close to each other, so you're okay. You're not too far away from home. Not too far. Not close, but not too far. All right, I guess that's it. I guess that's it, guys. Guys and girls, thank you very much. Thank you very much for being with me tonight. And I will try and set a proper schedule for my streams. And add some racing in there as well. To balance out the boringness of this stream. Anyway, thank you very much. I will see you guys all in the next stream and in Discord, where you can find me anything you need. Thank you for joining me. Good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are in the world. I will see you again soon. Bye.
The one with the flow. The one that's divine. I'm the one in control. The one that brings the heat. The one with the flow. The untouchable. I'm the one in control. The one with the crown. Who never back down. The one busting rhymes. I'm the one in control. The one with the flow. I'm the one in control. The one with the crown. Who never back down. The one busting rhymes. I'm the one in control. The one with the flow. The one with the crown. Who never back down. The one busting rhymes. I'm the one in control. Who never back down.